Well, this is the week we've been waiting for. Game week finally in college football for the University of Louisville here at L&N Stadium. Eric Crawford from WDRB, and we have just heard from first-year Louisville coach Jeff Brohm with his first pregame news conference against Georgia Tech. We will get right into what he had to say. This is what Brohm said, where we recap very quickly the highlights. So you don't have to watch the whole 20 minutes, although that's available at WDRB.com too if you want to watch that. The first thing that Brohm gets to is Georgia Tech and quarterback Hayes King, who's been named the starter for the Yellow Jackets, and what he knows about King.
Well, a little bit of everything. We recruited Haynes when I was at Purdue and had some initial conversations with him, and then he committed to Texas A&M. We have some connections to him and some people that know him, and I think you just watch what he's done as a player to this point, and whether that's at A&M or whether that's in the spring game or whatever you can get a peek at. I think he's an athletic quarterback. He was a highly recruited quarterback who's going to Georgia Tech to play and prove himself, and he's going to, in the end, be a really good quarterback. So we've got to, find ways to get them off rhythm, make them do things they're uncomfortable with. Pressure as much as we can without giving up big plays. But without question, I do think he's a very good quarterback. And from our research, they have a good quarterback room, so we have to be prepared for multiple guys. But definitely Haynes, has the background and the skill to get it done.
WDRB's Rick Bozich asked Brohm an interesting question. He said, after playing for Coach Howard Schnellenberger, was there anything from Schnellenberger's approach to big game season openers that Brohm does himself? And Jeff's answer was pretty interesting.
Well, we could talk a long time about that. I think Coach was great at preparing his teams to take on anybody. We practiced hard. We practiced long. We got after it in practice so that when we got to the game, it would come easy to us. So, we do that as much as we can, but you can't go overboard with that nowadays. Used to practice 3 times a day, and that was fine. But the bodies can't hold up as much as that they used to, I think. And, nowadays guys prepare year-round, so we try to be smart and get guys to the game healthy as much as we can. I think when it comes to us, we throw a lot at our guys. We want to be prepared. We want to have bullets ready to go. But in the end, we narrowed down to just 3 things as we take the field, and that's 3 things that we think are visible to the common fan, and we have to win in these 3 things no matter what else happens to have a chance, and that is playing harder than the other team. And to me, you can tell if a team is playing hard by watching it on TV or in person, and we got to play tougher than the other team, which means, guess what? It's not always going to go the way you want. So whether you're up by 10 or down by 21, are you still going to play hard? And that's the ability to be tough throughout the entire game and never give in and never quit. And that's visible to the common eye. And then you've got to be smarter than the other team, meaning we can't have the 15-yard penalties. We can't have the things that set us back. We can't have offsides and misalignments and false starts and things that really set you back and put you in a jam. So we have to be the smarter team. And I think if you win those 3 things, which that is visible to the common fan as well, if you win those 3 things, you're going to have a chance to win a football game. And that's what we really want to make sure as we get closer to game time, that we find a way to get that done. It's not easy because the other team's going to try to do the same thing, but you have to find a way to win in those 3 things.
Well, there's an added element of pressure in this game for Jeff Brohm because he's coming home. It's not just an opening game at a new school. It's an opening game at your hometown school, at your alma mater. No question that brings pressure, and Jeff has been very upfront about how he handles that.
I mean, without question, my nerves will be gone. You want to do well. You want to try to win the football game. You want to please a lot of people. You want to get off to a good start, and that's always going to be the goal. So, you have to go back and go through things and make sure you're as ready as you can be. But then you've just got to go out there and play and coach and be positive with your players and build their confidence and help them achieve their best. And, each week it's different. It's funny. Sometimes you'll go in games feeling really good and it's not a great outcome. Sometimes you'll go in there really, really worried and you find a way to win. So I just think you just got to be able to use your experience and get our guys to play hard and stay focused and be tough and be smart and not do silly things that hurt us along the way as far as penalties and turnovers and things that can't happen because you only have so many possessions and you got to take advantage of it and yeah, it's an important game for us.
Well, that's our quick recap of Jeff Brohm's press conference. You can see more of it, the whole thing, in fact, along with Brian Brohm, Ron English, defensive coordinator, quarterback Jack Plummer, defensive line Master Gelati. They are all at our website, WDRB.com, or you can watch it, WDRB Plus. From L&N Stadium, I'm Eric Crawford for WDRB Sports.